My friend, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt invisible? You give, you try, you cry, and yet the world moves on, as if your struggle does not exist. It hurts, doesn't it? But listen carefully. This pain hides a powerful truth. No one is coming to save you. And though this feels cruel, it is not. It is your awakening, because the day you stop waiting for others to care is the day you discover your own strength. Stay with me, because once you understand this truth, everything in your life will change. My friend, listen carefully. Life carries within it truths that are not gentle but necessary for your growth. And one of the hardest truths you will ever face is this: no one truly cares as much as you believe they do. At first, this realization feels cold, almost cruel. You may resist it, you may even feel anger or sadness at the thought. But do not mistake this truth for despair. It is not meant to crush you, it is meant to free you. Look around. Every person you meet is carrying a burden that you cannot see. Some are wrestling with fears they never speak aloud. Some are haunted by regrets that keep them awake at night. Others are drowning silently in their own struggles while putting on a mask of strength. When you fall, few will stop to lift you, not because they are heartless, but because they are trying to carry their own weight. When you cry, many may listen for a moment, but eventually they return to their own battles. This is not rejection, it is reality. You see, people are not built to be the saviors of your life. They can walk with you for a time, they can offer comfort or encouragement, but they cannot carry your soul through every storm. To expect this of them is to set yourself up for endless disappointment. And so life teaches you, often through pain, that no one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to hand you the key to your freedom. You must pick it up yourself. The harsh awakening is this: the world does not revolve around your pain. Your suffering, your loneliness, your tears, they matter deeply to you, but to others, they are but passing shadows. Once you accept this, something shifts within you. You stop wasting energy waiting for someone to notice your wounds. You stop craving sympathy as the fuel to keep moving. And instead, you begin to realize that the only one who must care enough to act is you. This awakening is not meant to harden your heart. It is not about becoming cold or unfeeling. It is about shifting your dependence from the outer world to the inner strength you carry within. Once you stop expecting the world to care, you free yourself from constant disappointment. You stand taller, you breathe deeper, you begin to walk a path not built on the shaky ground of other people's approval, but on the solid foundation of your own willpower. Yes, it is painful at first. It feels lonely, almost unbearable, to accept that few will truly understand your battles. But beneath that pain lies freedom. Because once you accept that no one cares the way you imagined, you also realize this: you are no longer chained by expectation. You are free to rise by your own strength, to fight with your own spirit, and to shine with your own light. This is the harsh awakening. It stings, but it also liberates. And in this liberation, your true journey begins. We suffer most not because people deliberately hurt us, but because we expect them to save us. Expectations are invisible chains. They bind us to disappointment, to frustration, to heartbreak. Every time you place your happiness in someone else's hands, you give them power over your peace. And when they fail to meet the picture in your mind, you feel betrayed, even though they never promised to carry the weight you placed on them. Think about it. How many times have you waited for someone to notice your effort? How many times have you given your heart, hoping for the same in return, only to be left empty-handed? How many times have you worked in silence, praying for recognition, and felt crushed when no one acknowledged it? This is the prison of expectation. It drains your spirit and convinces you that your worth depends on the reactions of others. But the truth is simple. No one owes you their validation. Not your family, not your friends, not your partner, not the world. And the longer you wait for them to applaud, the longer you postpone your own freedom. People are not always blind to your struggle. They may see it, but they are consumed by their own lives. They cannot fill every gap in your soul. That responsibility belongs to you. The weight of expectation grows heavier the longer you carry it. It makes you hesitate to act because you worry what others will think. It makes you question your dreams because no one around you seems to believe in them. It makes you shrink yourself, waiting for approval that may never come. And the cruelest part is this: the more you expect, the more you suffer. But imagine, just for a moment, dropping this weight. Imagine moving through life with no need for applause, no hunger for recognition, no dependence on validation. Imagine building your path because it matters to you, not because someone is watching. Suddenly, you are lighter. Suddenly, every step is your own. Suddenly, freedom is within reach. The shift happens the moment you stop asking, "Who will care for me?" and start saying, "I will care for myself." It is the moment you release the burden of expectation and stand firm on your own 2 feet. The silence of others no longer wounds you because you are no longer begging for their approval. You understand that their silence is not your failure, it is simply their focus on their own battles. So my friend, do not collapse when no one claps for you. Do not stop when no one says, "I believe in you." Rise anyway. Build anyway. Fight anyway. Because the truth is this: the moment you release the need for others to care, you discover how powerful you truly are. You no longer walk chained by expectation. You walk free, strong, and unshakable. This is the gift hidden inside the weight of expectation. Once you drop it, everything changes. Pain is a teacher, though often disguised as an enemy. It enters our lives uninvited, breaking our illusions, shaking our foundations, and forcing us to see what we have tried to ignore. At first it feels unbearable. You ask, why me? Why now? Why this? But hidden within every wound is an invitation, not to collapse, but to awaken. Pain does not come to destroy you. It comes to carve you into someone stronger, wiser, and more alive than before. Think of fire. When it touches wood, the wood is consumed. But when it touches gold, the gold is refined. Pain works the same way. It reveals what you are made of. It burns away illusions, weak attachments, and false expectations until only your truest self remains. Without pain, you would continue to live comfortably in your illusions, expecting the world to carry you. With pain, you learn to carry yourself. Every betrayal, every rejection, every loss, it feels like a wound, yes, but with time, you will see it was also a gift. The person who ignored you taught you to listen to yourself. The one who left you taught you that your strength is not dependent on their presence. The silence of those you depended on taught you that your voice matters most when it echoes inside your own soul. The greatest shift happens the moment you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and begin asking, "What is this teaching me?" That is when pain turns into power. It ceases to be a curse and becomes your fuel. It no longer traps you in weakness. It pushes you into strength. Every scar you carry is proof that you have endured storms and risen again. Every tear that has fallen from your eyes is a seed of resilience, preparing you for greater battles and greater victories. Do not fear pain. Do not run from it. Sit with it. Learn from it. Let it strip away what no longer belongs to you. Let it cut through illusions and leave you face to face with why. Our own strength. The world may not care for your wounds, but your wounds can care for you if you choose to transform them into wisdom. When you look back, you will see that the moments you thought were breaking you were, in truth, building you. They taught you how to rise without applause, how to walk without support, how to breathe even when the air felt heavy. That is the power of pain. It forces you to find within yourself what you thought only others could give. So, my friend, let your pain be your turning point. Let it be the fire that refines you, not the storm that destroys you. Do not curse the wound, honor it, for it is through your pain that you will awaken to your greatest strength. And once you discover this, no rejection, no abandonment, no silence can ever break you again. This is how pain becomes power. There comes a moment in life when you must decide whether you will remain bound by what you cannot control or rise into freedom by letting go. Holding on is instinctive. We cling to relationships that no longer nurture us, to memories that only bring pain, to expectations that continue to disappoint us. We hold on because we believe letting go means losing. But the truth is this: letting go is not loss. Letting go is liberation. When you hold too tightly to what is gone, you trap yourself in yesterday. You replay conversations, you analyze choices, you wonder what could have been. This cycle drains you, leaving no energy for the present moment. The more you grip, the more it slips away. Just as water cannot be held in a clenched fist, life cannot flow when you are rigidly attached. Freedom begins the moment you loosen your grip. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you deny the love you once felt or the effort you once gave. It means you accept reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. It means you stop demanding that others give you what they cannot. It means you release yourself from carrying weights that were never yours to hold. Think of a bird in a cage. You may feed it, you may keep it close, but it is not free. When you open the cage and let it fly, you do not lose the bird. You honor its nature. In the same way, when you let go of people, situations, or expectations that no longer serve you, you are not betraying them. You are honoring the truth of what is. Freedom in letting go is not easy. It requires courage. It asks you to face uncertainty, to walk without guarantees, to trust that life will provide new paths once your hands are open. But remember this: when you hold onto the wrong things, your hands are too full to receive the right ones. The universe cannot place new blessings into fists already clenched with the past. The more you were, Elise, the lighter you become. You begin to notice how much space is created inside you. Space for peace, for clarity, for new beginnings. You start to walk differently, speak differently, breathe differently. What once felt heavy no longer chains you, because you finally understand you were never meant to carry everything. Letting go is not weakness, it is strength. Weakness is clinging to what is already gone. Strength is releasing it with grace and trusting that something greater is on its way. So my friend, look at what you are still holding. Ask yourself honestly, is this serving me or is this holding me back? And if the answer is that it no longer nourishes your soul, have the courage to set it free. Because in letting go, you do not lose, you gain yourself back. And that freedom is worth more than anything you are afraid to release. When you finally accept that no one is coming to save you, something extraordinary happens. You awaken to the power of self-reliance. For too long, we are taught to believe that our happiness depends on someone else's presence, approval, or recognition. We are told that family must support us, that friends must uplift us, that society must validate us, and when they don't, we feel abandoned, cheated, and broken. But the truth is this: strength begins the moment you stop waiting for someone else to carry you and decide to walk on your own. Self-reliance is not about shutting out the world or refusing help. It is about realizing that your foundation must be built within you, not outside you. When the storms of life come, and they always will, people may stand with you for a time, but they cannot shield you forever. The only shield that never leaves your side is the one you forge inside your own spirit. Think about a tree. Its branches reach wide, offering shade, fruit, and beauty. But what allows it to stand tall through storms is not what you see above ground. It is the roots below. Those roots do not depend on the approval of the wind nor the recognition of the rain. They dig deep into the soil, silently, steadily, creating unshakable strength. You must become like that tree. Your roots must be in yourself, not in the applause of others. The power of self-reliance is freedom. Freedom from the constant hunger for validation. Freedom from the endless cycle of disappointment when others fail to meet your expectations. Freedom from the fear that you cannot survive alone. When you trust yourself, your wisdom, your instincts, your resilience, you no longer beg for permission to exist. You no longer wait for someone else to say, yes, you can. You stand, you act, you move because you know you can. Does this mean you will never feel lonely? No. But loneliness transforms when you learn to be your own companion. You stop seeing solitude as emptiness and begin to see it as space for growth. You stop dreading silence and start using it to hear your inner voice more clearly. You stop needing constant affirmation because you discover that the deepest voice of encouragement lives within you. Self-reliance gives you courage. It teaches you that you can fail and rise again, that you can be rejected and still stand tall, that you can walk into the unknown with nothing but your own faith and still find a way forward. It does not make life easy, but it makes you unbreakable. So remember this: the strongest version of you will not be built through others carrying you. It will be built through you carrying yourself. Trust your steps. Trust your struggle. Trust your strength. Because when you rely on yourself, you unlock a power that no betrayal, no silence, no abandonment can ever take away. This is the power of self-reliance, the foundation of true freedom, the transformation after acceptance. When you finally accept that no one truly cares the way you imagined, something profound happens. You stop waiting, you stop hoping that someone will save you, and you begin to walk the path of your own destiny. That is the turning point where everything changes. At first, it feels heavy. The silence of the world can feel cruel. The absence of comfort may sting. But if you hold on, if you breathe deeply into that emptiness, you will discover that it is not emptiness at all. It is freedom. Freedom from expectations. Freedom from disappointment. Freedom from illusions that someone else will carry your burden for you. When you embrace this truth, your energy no longer leaks into chasing validation. Instead, it returns to you. And with this energy, you begin to grow. Your body becomes disciplined, your mind sharpens, your spirit strengthens. You realize that self-care is not selfish, but sacred. No one is coming to push you forward. You are the one who must rise each morning, stand tall and walk. This realization transforms pain into power. The betrayal you felt before becomes the fuel of your endurance. The rejection becomes the teacher of your resilience. The loneliness becomes the training ground of your soul. And through this training, you learn to stand unshaken, like a mountain that has faced storms but still remains. Look closely at life. Those who shine the brightest are often the ones who endured the longest nights. They became their own light. They stopped asking for others to guide them and instead lit their own torch. This is the gift of realizing that no one cares as much as you thought. It forces you to awaken your own inner fire. When you reach this state, you no longer depend on praise. You no longer crumble from criticism. Both are wind passing by, and you remain steady. Success then becomes inevitable, not because the world suddenly supports you, but because you support yourself. You create momentum through discipline, through patience, through relentless practice, and the world cannot ignore such power forever. So remember, acceptance is not defeat. It is liberation. It is the door to your transformation. When you accept that no one truly cares, you gain the rarest power, the power to care for yourself without condition. To fight for your vision even when the path is lonely. To rise without applause. To endure without pity. To win without excuses. This is the way of inner strength. This is the path of the warrior spirit. And once you walk it, you will never be the same again. Because the moment you stop waiting for someone else to carry you, you discover that your legs were built to climb mountains all along. Everything changes the day you accept this truth. And that change is the beginning of your true life.